Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skyazrael.com if you want life coaching or mentoring. It's January 1st, 2023. Honestly, I never thought I'd live this long. Always surprises me when another year changes over. I was supposed to be dead a long time ago. This is my second chance. I didn't waste it. Let's get into today's lesson. It's Sunday. I do a study group for warriors every Sunday. I got about 7 things to talk about. Let's get into it. First thing I wrote down is keep the faith. That's hard. A lot of people have never had faith. But when you learn how to have faith, it's hard to keep it. I mean, it's one thing to believe in a God, a fairy tale, fantasy of some bearded old man sitting on a cloud, and you just kind of have this imaginary conversation in your head, hoping that this is all real, that you're not just talking to yourself. That's not really the faith that I'm talking about. There's a lot of goals that I've given up on. Sometimes it's hard to see a goal through. Many times it is. It's easy to give up. Sometimes we give up because we think we're being wise. We think it's the wise thing to do. We think giving up is wisdom. Well, I've traveled so far and I don't think I'm ever going to get there, so I might as well turn back. Keeping the faith, when you're talking about goal acquisition, is not turning back. Realizing that there is no turning back. You've come too far to turn back. And with each step you may wonder, am I making a difference? With each mile that you walk, you wonder, where's my come up? How come everybody else is getting shit, I'm not getting nothing? But there's no turning back. And you have to get into the journey, just that one foot in front of the other. If you're so focused on the end result, you may trip and fall on what's in front of you. You may miss what's in front of you. If you're looking too far ahead, you may not even see what's along the side of the road as you go by. Keeping the faith is hard when you're on a long journey and you don't see the end. You're too far to go home. And what do? This is what faith is all about. You have to trot along. Where do you find your hope? Do you find it from others? Where do you find your motivation? Do you find it from others? Let's go to the next one. You know, when you get stronger, you start to notice shit. It's a blessing and a curse. What has been clouded becomes clear. What was hidden becomes revealed. People's behaviors start to stand out and you wonder, geez, you've always been this way? Huh. I guess I never really noticed. It's because you've become stronger. You notice things about yourself. Aspects of who you are, you realize were just traumas, were just weaknesses, were just responses to trauma. It's not who you are. It's just how a weak person reacts. When you become stronger, you start to notice shit. I've been noticing a lot of shit. Let's go to the next one. You're strong and not tired. Remind yourself of that. Tell yourself, I'm strong and I'm not tired. I know you are. We see this with people who are ready to give up, and you get some trainer who comes and yells at them and motivates them. And they have more in them, but it's not the trainer who has done it to you. It's not a magic trick that some trainer has. You got to have a trainer because they know how to motivate, and I don't know how to motivate. You're the one who did it. It's a decision. That motivation is a decision. That motherfucker might have been like, come on, do it, another one, another rep. But that's not what made you do it. It's not the yelling that makes you do it. It's an inner decision when you give in and you say, okay, I'll do another one. When you're really tired and you have that decision and you're thinking, man, I could just go in the other room and crash out, or I could stay up and finish this task. It's a decision. Stop deciding to give up. Most people are stronger than they think. Let's go to the next one. I learn a lot in the gym. Been learning a lot about how to reach goals. One trick that I've learned is through working out to failure, and you want to push yourself to failure. It means you push that weight until you can't push it anymore, until you're just struggling and it's so heavy, it's such a burden, you have to let it go and collapse in exhaustion. And you do that on purpose. That failure is how you win. The people who are in the best shape work out to failure. So then you fail. You're sitting there exhausted and destroyed and beaten. Laying on the bench, sweating, panting, out of breath, maybe dizzy, maybe feel like throwing up. You ever had that happen? You work out on a rep so hard you feel like throwing up? You get a sip of water, you gather your wits, you take 3 or 4 minutes and breathe. Keep your blood flowing. You're resting, you're healing, you're recuperating. And then you get after it again until you fail again. That's the goal. I'm going to recover from this failure, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to go fail again. And that's how we get stronger. Let's go to the next one. You may ask yourself, why do you do this? Why do I waste my time with this shit? You don't have to. You may have been called to. I was called to. I don't feel like I have a whole lot of choice, and I look around me and I realize that I have to be strong because nobody else will. When nobody else is willing to be strong, someone has to stand up. It's a select few of us, the 1%. We have to carry the load. It's the way it is. There's a notion that I respect my Muslim brothers. I was over in the Middle East for quite a bit of time, and I'm not a Muslim by any chance. I have read the Quran, and I had a guy tell me in Jordan one time that we, meaning Muslims, I'm not a Muslim, so he wasn't talking about me, he was talking about him and his group. He said, we are slaves to God. Slaves to Allah. You have to understand your role as a servant to a higher power. And that there is a select few of people that can carry the load, that can handle what's going on right now. Some of us can handle it. Let's move on to the next one. We have a new year. A new year is a new starting point. Everybody's probably thinking about their New Year's resolutions, or their New Year's revolutions, as I like to call them. But I have a violent mind. A good thing to do when you're sitting around today is to take an inventory. Start off with an inventory. Count up all your shit. What kind of money you got? What kind of investments you got? Are you living on the street? You have an apartment? You have a car? What do you got? Do an inventory. Think about how far you've come in the last year. Think about the strength that you have. Do an inventory. An inventory of everything. I may not be where I'm at, where I want to be. I may not be at my destination, but I'm not where I used to be. It's a lot of fucking hard work behind me. Do an inventory. And then once you've done an inventory, you can even write it down. Write down where you are in life. Take a good look at it. You don't have to share this with anybody. Crumple it up, throw it away when you're done. Just take a good look. That's who you are. That's where you've gotten. Looking at your inventory will help you to just naturally realize your goals. They arise out of that, because you'll see what direction that you've been going and what direction that you need to go. It becomes obvious. Your goals will become obvious. The last one I have on my list in a study group for warriors. Some of you out there are praying for orchards. Some of you are praying for orchards, while all you're receiving is seeds. Feels like that a lot of times. You're looking at this fucking handful of seeds like, what the fuck is this? I've been asking for real shit, motherfucker. All you give me these seeds? What am I supposed to do with this? What the fuck am I supposed to do with seeds? I need orchards. Orchards start with seeds. It's just basic. You want to be thankful for what you have, but you also want to be able to have a clarity of sight and an openness of mind to recognize the gifts that are in front of you. You may not be recognizing the seeds in front of you. You may have tossed them on the ground and walked off thinking that that was a piece of shit. You may have tossed a person away not realizing that person was a seed. You may have walked away from an opportunity not realizing that opportunity was a seed. All the while crying and moaning and whining while you haven't received your orchards yet. God gave you a handful of fucking seeds. Stop throwing them away. Start planting them. Cultivate them. Mind, body, and soul. Thanks for watching.